Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another live session with GETI or Global Education and Training Institute. I'm your host, Preena, and today we have with us Miss Rizwana Mirza, Principal at Mount Albert Public School, Hyderabad. With her 12 years of experience in education sector, she has done a lot for the students in her school where she actually finds out ways to impart knowledge based education, work towards the personality development, interpersonal skills, and has actually worked with people of different age groups. Well, she firmly believes and practices that one can achieve anything with zeal, smart moves, and hard work. And today she is going to talk about art of recovering from failures. Many of us desire success. Me, you, everybody. But but the reality is not all achieve it. What is the reason behind? And why is it that people are scared of failure? The element of success is failure. And to bounce back from there is no less than an art. And today she will be talking about the same, how we can get back on track and keep moving. So without much ado, I would request ma'am to please take over the session. And once again, very warm welcome.
Thank you, Prerna. Thank you so much for introducing me. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hope it's me, Rizwana Mirza, the principal and correspondent of Mount Albert Public School at Hyderabad. First of all, a big apology for extending the timings due to some unavoidable circumstances, which I would definitely be talking about really in some of the time. So basically, starting with the topic, definitely uh, the topic already. I think Prina already have discussed the topic name. Definitely, I think failure, according to me, it's a stepping stone to the success. I can say it's not just how you feel about when you fail, and there are lots of reasons, but it cannot be taken into that consideration that it leaves an impact on our personalities and it affects us. So before moving on to that, before dividing into any discussion or diving into a discussion how we can recover from failure, let's talk about the act of failing itself. Why, how it happens, and why is it happening? What does it mean to have failed at something? When can you draw that proverbial line in the sand and you know that you have failed? At what instant you feel that you have failed at some time? Does some specific event have to signal that failure, or is it something each individual determines on their own? Specifically, failure as defined by Wikipedia is the state or condition of not meeting a desirable or intended objective, and may be viewed as the opposite of success. But there is no one who has never met failure. Namely, failure is subjective since it relies on our personal viewpoints. When we have enhanced our view of what it takes to succeed, and we don't give up, failure transforms from a final destination to a stepping stone. Definitely, true failure is painful, disappointing, and demoralizing. But in addition to these obvious emotions, Prussia's failure can impact us on unconscious level as well as and leave wounds that are far more psychologically devastating. So, recognizing the various psychological injuries we sustain, that when we fail and we learn and how to treat them, will help you recover more rapidly and fully, both psychologically, emotionally, and increase your chances of success in the future. I think here many people are there who wants to be successful in their lives. Definitely, there are not such any people that who don't want to have a back end, or they don't want to have success. But unless you don't try, guys, you need to try, and then only you'll succeed in your life. Definitely, the incident which I was just about to share with you all is the reason behind changing the postponing the time actually. I really wanted to share. And most importantly, I was looking for the illustration, an example to showcase my point. I didn't know that I would become the illustration over here. Actually, we had a disconnection of an electricity, so at my office. So that is the reason we have just postponed the timings, and the current was still not there at my office, and I somehow managed to come back to my home, and I'm just from my home I'm just going on with the webinar because I knew that my audience is live there waiting for me, and that is the reason. And that might be the reason, like, in spite of so many obstacles for this webinar, I am there in front of you all. So I think that was an illustration, I think an example of for today's, an inspiration for me to go more deeply into the topic. So, guys, if I just want to ask you a few questions, if you can just give me the answers in the comments, in the chat box, please. A few questions. What is success? First, you tell me. What is a success according to you? Anybody can, like, you can raise the hands. You can give the answers to this. Okay, success. Still, I'm not getting the answers. Yeah, anybody can give me an answer. Fine, like, okay, okay, right. Writing the answers. Everybody has got different opinions for success. Yeah, achievements of goal. Very good. I got an answer of achievements of goal. That's good. That's good. At last, it is finally achievement of your goal. How would you feel after getting that goal achieved? Definitely, we would be very happy. We would be very happy. We would be very. Uh, we will be finding those things very exciting. But after finding, after reaching to that goal, you are going to definitely have your next goal in your life. Definitely, you are going to work out for the next goal. You're not going to stick to that, isn't it? And for this, we know what is success. And as I told you, as I discussed, that Wikipedia, which the meaning it has given, it is telling it is the opposite of failure. I got a very good answer from Cheshta Saluja. Success is a relative term. It's different for different people. Some correlate it with money. Exactly, exactly, sir. Exactly, Cheshta. There are many people who actually relate it with money. If you find yourself, I find happiness, according to me, if you ask my perspective, definitely success. Money is the necessity, but it's not where you will find success. You know, once you have reached one, once you are able to put yourself in the hearts of other people, if you find love for yourself in the hearts of other people, that is a success for me. If people love me, I think I will be successful in my life. You know, it's very easy to earn money, but it's very difficult to earn respect and love nowadays, I can guess. So I think I got a good answer for this. So before that, I'll just share a small presentation with you all. I want you all to be tuned up. Yeah. Is everybody able to see the screen? Trina, is
Uh,
everybody able to
it's
see the
not
screen?
yet there on screen.
It's not there.
No.
Yeah, guys. So this is my topic: art of recovering from failure. After seeing this picture, what can you relate? After seeing the picture, what the person has been trying to do in the picture? Yeah, can I get the answer for this? You see, the first, the person who is sitting down, what he is trying to say, like he is up, like he's saying that he won't be able to do it, that he doesn't want to do it. After a step, he says, I can't do it. Like he has changed his wordings. Then he tries and he says, though that negativity not has been removed from his sentence, and he says that he wants to do it. Then when he wants to do it, he is trying to find out the ways how to do it. And after finding out the ways, he'll try to do it. Then he says he can do it and he will do it. And ultimately, he is going to get the success. So this is the procedure of a success. This is failure is never the opposite of success, but it is a part of the procedure where what it takes to you to the success. So you should never be demoralized or demotivate in any way, or you should be always inspired by the things, and you should be more contented towards your goal, what you want to get into your life. That's more important. So it is easy to recover from failure of life. Do you agree with this? Like, is it easy to recover from any kind of failure in the life? Small failures, it's not big or small, failures are never big or small. It is just a learning, and learning is a process. It is a continuous process in your life. When you learn, you get so many things to know and explore in the world, about the people, about the culture, and many things. This is what we show it to the children also. Nowadays, it has become a trend in the from the pre-KG, that is from when the child is just 4 years old. The parents are more intended to guide him towards the best. Give your best, give your best, get the first rank and get the 100% marks, all those things. And if you are unable to get those, and you are not good, you're not success, you're not successful in your life. You won't be success, you won't get success in when you can't achieve so much of marks. It's not like that. It should, that has to stop somewhere, because it has been affecting the psychology of the child, which I think it's not good enough for the growth, and as well the growth of the nation. So better, like failing at something is a monumental way, is also one of the best methods, I can say, to it's a best method to build the character of a person. And what I can say, like it has to, it enhances us spiritually, emotionally, and the mental growth on an enormous level, I can say. And it alters nearly every fiber in your being, every fiber, every nerves of your being. It enhances. Definitely, it's not so easy to recover from failure in life. I agree with it. It's definitely, but it's definitely possible. People do it all the time. They don't give up, and they don't throw in that proverbial towel and call it quits. They don't go with the quitting things of things. I don't do, I try and I did it, but I am not able to do it, so I'm quitting it. They keep pushing, they keep trying, no matter what it takes, right? They break through walls and tear down the obstacles. How it is done exactly, I can give you some tips for that. How you can, there are few ways to motivate yourself when you fail. Nothing in life worthwhile is ever going to come easy, definitely. If you want something that's notable in life, in that we want to achieve some lofty goals, we are going to work for it, and are likely to fail all over and over again. It's a process, and it's in that journey we call life, and we are shaped and molded into better individuals day by day. I'm just sharing an image with you all, that's called as iceberg illusion. I think many of you know about this. When we talk about success, what people see is just the top of that iceberg. They don't see how much strong, how much deep it is there inside the water. So what is the people seeing? What does the people see? They so see only the success of the person, what he has been gone through those days, and how much long time he has given from his life to reach to that place. That is not taken. So what people don't see, they don't see the dedication, the hard work, the discipline, and the sacrifice, failure, persistence. but they see only your success. What is inside the water, it is known only to us. So this is the best example, because nobody can be successful in the life without getting failures in their life. I can illustrate many people who have been through like I can talk about many people you must be knowing, who are very successful in their lives right now, but they have been through a lot of ups and downs in their lives. So if you have failed, it's not the end of the road. In fact, it's new beginning. You can easily recover from that failure in dozens of ways. There are many ways. A few I can say. Definitely for failure, you have obstacles, you have crashes, you have trouble, difficulties, but ultimately you are going to get successful in your life. And definitely everybody wants to have that. This is my favorite one. I find it very favorite because you see, after getting a failure in your life, you get so many things around you. You get suffering, pain, depression, stress, sorrow, anger, oh my god, a grief. But it is not only you who are suffering here. Your whole family, your friends, your children, your spouses, your parents, your friends, everybody are going to get affected by this. I hope you all agree with this. Even a single minute of failure or a single minute of depression or stress or sadness comes, definitely your friends are the first one, your relatives, your family members are the first one to find it out. And it is like that, the time you spend with them will not be as fruitful as it would have been earlier. So it is easily understandable that the person is failing somewhere inside. So guys, keep this away from all of you. Like, you are going to leave your relationships, you are going to leave your friends. If you are still, if you don't want to come out of this, you are definitely going to. Don't be introvert, don't never be introvert. You have to speak up, you have to find out the ways, and you have to succeed in your life, isn't it? So, although we all make mistakes, fear of failure doesn't have to cripple on you. Definitely, nobody in this world who is there or ever has existed who could never have done any mistake. There are a lot of many people, good and the bad, who have been doing the mistakes, but mistakes are never things which has to be. We have to feel afraid for them. We have to feel the fear and do it again and again. Because what happens when you do a mistake, the second time when you try the same thing, that will not be done again. You are going to try it in the other method. So definitely it is going to have a good impact on your success. You are learning something, and learning is never bad. At any age, at any cost, it's never bad. So there are few ways which you have to motivate yourself when you fail. Like, mistakes are not a problem, and you have to take those mistakes at your opportunities to learn from them. And be careful, and you talk to yourself, because you are listening. You talk to yourself and don't be quiet. Whenever you feel like you are alone, or you are in a depression, talk to yourself and sort it out yourself. Don't expect somebody else to do it for you. It is you who has to help yourself. There can be never no person other than you, other than better person than you, who can motivate you. So it's far better to do something imperfectly than to do nothing perfectly. I think so. I guess I repeat this line. It's far better to do something imperfectly than not to do anything perfectly. So you have to try it. We are products of past, but we don't have to let our mistakes define us. Everybody, that cloud, golden silver lining cloud, don't expect that to happen to you. Everybody has got a silver lining. So you have to create your own silver lining of your cloud. The enemy of success is fear of failure. Once if you fear of getting a failure in your life, definitely you will never get success. So keep that fear of failing at a side and strive for doing the success. And definitely it is going to, obviously, things happen. Consistent action creates consistent results. When you keep on doing the things, you will definitely get good results. Definitely you have to change the path. If you find this, if this way is not working, you have to find the other way. There are n number of ways. You can't do it alone, obviously, and you don't have to. You don't do it alone, but it is you yourself who has to motivate yourself. When you are motivated, you can motivate your team. Your team will be always there for you, with whomever you are working, with whomever you are learning, with whomever you are living. So that is your team which is going to motivate you. But before that, you have to motivate, you have to inspire yourself first. And be always positive, be always positive. Never take things into negative and come to any conclusion that you are unable to do it or it is impossible for you. Because once, if you never start trying to do it, you will never be able to know what it is actually having it in the basket, right? So, and accept the failure. When it comes, you accept the failure. It is good to accept your mistakes, it is good to accept the failure. There's nothing big deal in that. You have to do it. Failure does not define you. It never defines you. There are many people who have failed in their lives, but did we ever discussed about how they have failed in their lives? No, we see what they are today. So failure will never define you, guys. Failure is something which mistakes, and failure is something which you are going to learn from that. And you can say procrastination will never make you successful. Keeping things bad in the mind, and समटाइम्स अभी हम करेंगे, ऐसे करेंगे, फिर नहीं होता है वो, फिर we back off, and that's called procrastination. That will never work out when you are working with yourself. And it will be sometimes at its level. Procrastination will be sometimes at its level. You want to do something, lots of obstacles, lots of things will be coming on your way, but you have to keep that thing apart from you. सबको साइड में हटा के, you have to succeed in your life, right? So replace the word failure with experience, I guess. So I think आप जो failure होता है आपका, replace that word. Replace करते experience करते हैं. It was not a failure, it was an experience for you. So I think tame the ego and practice humility. Humility, sometimes happens. Many people are humiliated because of being a target of making failures or mistakes every time. You have to keep your ego at the side. You have to tame the ego, make it a pet. Ego should always be a pet for you. Tame it and keep it inside. It's not to be utilized everywhere. Your failure and you practice humility, you will be used to it, and then you use humility as your weapon to go for the success. I'm sharing a few persons. I guess I didn't mention the names because I wanted the names from you all. I guess I have first one. So he is the one who has been the person who has put a life and color in our childhood. I guess the first one. Who is it? Can anybody tell me who is the first person in the picture? Yes. I'm unable to see the answers over here. Yeah, can I get the answer, Prerna? Right. The first one is Walt Disney. You know what happened to Walt Disney? Uh, he is the one who has started with the Mickey Mouse, right? चूहे से start हुआ था उनका career. He was fired from the Kansas City Star because his editor felt he lacked imagination and had no good ideas. See the reason why he was fired from that office, because he lacked in imagination and had no ideas. So two failed. Then a character called Mickey Mouse and the most successful entertainment company came into existence. And till now we remember him. And we see the cartoons. I think at this age, I even watch cartoons. Right, I love cartoons very much. So Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Tom and Jerry, all these are my favorites. So the success story. Did we ever come to know that he has been trying, he has been demotivated, and he has been demoralized, humiliated in front of so many people, but still he did not lose hope. He strived, and he has done with such a big character, the most famous character. The second picture is about Bill Gates. a traffic data company, Trafo, was shut down because of great losses, but he did not lose hope and he started to go with the Microsoft. I think it has changed the whole world, actually, our world, because our world right now revolves around only with these people, with these technologies, right? uh, Elon Musk rejected from Netscape. There are many people, like he had failed ideas, but he is the richest person now. We programmed to think failure is bad. We have made up in our mind that failure is a bad thing. And the child, as I discussed earlier, the child has to be first in the class, best in the sports, best in the music, or nothing but the best. And if he or she faces rejection, even as a 4-year child, a junior KG student, it's not working. Yeah, it's not working. It has to stop, right? Edison once said that it was his 10,000 times that he has failed in making the working of what was his greatest invention? Edison, Thomas Alva Edison. Yeah, it was bulb, electricity. He failed 10,000 times before making it successful, before getting the electricity bulb. And now you see, we never knew, we would have never known, or if we would never put ourselves into that. We know that it has been Thomas Alva Edison invented light bulb. We never know how much time he has taken, how much failures he has come up. Now the greatest invention, why it is greatest? Because nowadays we cannot live without electricity. Again, I take up my illustration, what has happened today. I want to include in this. What was the unavoidable situation? I had the current failure. Exactly. So see, I couldn't do it. I needed the current electricity, and I just had to start with it. So like these are the things. It has become necessity in our life. Their success, their inventions have become the necessity of our lives. It's not about this also. Sometimes failure helps you change the directions. It is not. It's not so that you keep on trying for one thing and you are unable to do it. You stop doing it. You change your direction. Our famous cricketer, MS Dhoni, who was unable to concentrate on the ticket collector job. So his manager mentored him to and got him into seriously doing the cricket. And he is doing best in his innings, right? He has done his best. He has given his best. He has been the best captain of the Indian team. So like after so many years of uh, trying and not letting the people down, not letting the person individual down, after getting so many obstacles in his life also, he has alhamdulillah succeeded in his life. He is almost the most successful, I can say, the batsman of India. He has played very well. There are many sports person. I can talk about Mary Kom. She was she has been doing a lot of things, right? She's very strong and she never gives up. It's about falling down, it's a staying down, and we have so many examples of comebacks.
I think due to some network problem, Ma'am Rizwana is disconnected. Maybe she'll join us in a couple of minutes. And I think the way she explained so far was amazing. how we always take failures as in our lives. We are always told about failures and success since childhood. So I think she is here back with us.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry for the disconnection.
No problem. Since
Yeah.
it's all about not giving up, not to give up. I
not
think it's
not
time
giving
to
up.
try.
Yeah, yeah, not
Yes,
giving up. Right.
yes.
I'm unable to see the audience, guys.
Maybe you can share your presentation again,
Yeah.
and we can start.
So sorry for the disturbance. I think I was just got disconnected. So I was talking about the famous personalities, successful personalities in the life, what they have done. Sometimes failure helps you change.
And we can see comments coming from people. Miss Sahir Khan, if you fail, never give up because fail means first attempt in learning. That's true. It's part of your journey. We have to keep going. And I think Ma'am will join us again in a minute or so. If you have any questions, you can post it in the comment section.
Yeah, I got a good message here. If you fail, never give up because fail means first attempt in learning. Thank you, Seher, one of my friend, I guess. So thank you so much. Definitely, it's keep on. I don't know all the illustrations are going on in my life only. Aruna, Aruna, no failure gives the lessons to us. Of course, of course. I'll just finish up with my presentation, then we'll have a talk. So I was talking about the famous personalities, Mary Kom, and we have Edison. We have so many people. Like even I can talk about if we talk about India. Many times we were told, the Indians were told that tumse nahi hoga, you cannot do it. The Indian was like India was told that we cannot pull off a nuclear test. It was from USA, etc. But we did the Pokhran, right? We did it, and failure is a chance to learn. Every lesson learned is a step in the right direction. Once if you're failing into something, you're putting yourself here into the right direction. That means you are right. We did not know. If I talk about the teachers, because as I'm from the education background, I have seen during the pandemic situation from the month of March last year 2020 how the education department and everything, the things have been suffered a lot. Definitely all the sectors were okay after the lockdown, but still the sector which has been most suffered during the this situation, pandemic situation, it was the education sector. And definitely we did not lose hope. I salute all the teachers, my teachers, the teachers of entire nation, the teachers of all the communities, the teachers of the whole world, I can say, who had never stopped teaching the children. भाई आप कुछ भी हो जाओ पढ़ना तो है ही है. There is no excuse in that. So I salute the teachers. I give a good I think 5 stars to those teachers for not giving up. The today's the best example I can give are the teachers who have been trying to teach the children, making them learn the new things. They never knew, the teachers never knew how to operate the computer, they never knew how to operate the wi-fi internet connection, but they learned and they taught the child. They learned many things and they have taught the children. Every lesson learned in a step in the right direction. We did not know what is online education, right? Till now we never knew. It was like very few schools knew about it, but we never tried it. But as of now, every school, every child, and it's thanks almighty that every child is updated now. The pandemic made thousands of teachers and students learn and get into the digital era of education, which was inevitable anyway. And the plane can transform, let's take all the 7 billion of us, one virus, 1 by 500 of a human hair, I can say, has made all of us in over 230 countries realize the power of God, of nature, and how to exist in harmony. A small virus पूरी दुनिया बदल के रख दिया. So realize the value of health, guys. So realize the value of family, the health and education, and the fact that we have only one planet. We have only one planet. We are only individuals, one life, and we have to live that life entirely. फेलियर एंड इसके पीछे मिस्टेक्स और नेगेटिविटी के पीछे भागने से कोई फायदा नहीं है. What better lesson could 2020 teach us, right? You have to be strong, you have to be good enough, you should never give up. These all are the things which you have to keep on motivating yourself. Whenever you feel like you are going to get fail, or you feel like you are not able to do it, you're getting nervousness, or you're not able to, just stay calm and say that no, it's not me. It's like it's okay if I do any mistake. It's a common, right? It doesn't matter. So if it is a mistake is done, it doesn't matter anyway, because I'm going to learn from that mistake, isn't it? So staying down, we have so many examples of comebacks. Amitabh Bachchan told for the KBC that setback is a comeback. So I would definitely say that setback will definitely be a good comeback actually, because if I talk about Mary Kom after the marriage and the kids especially to be a champion of the Indian cricket in the World Cups, from being labeled as loser, they were labeled as loser. They said they were not able to do the things. So anyone, as Edmund Hillary also said, that after climbing the Mount Everest for the first time, he told that nothing venture, nothing win. Until you don't venture the things, you are not going to win anything in the life. So failure of life, Abraham Lincoln. So what he stated, successful people overcome their fear of failure. This is very important, guys. You have to come out of this. The fear of failure, as I already have mentioned this, because it is very related to the fear of criticism, fear of rejection. Because you people are like, they don't try because they say that they will criticize, they will get criticism, or they will get rejected. Doesn't matter at all. Doesn't matter. But you have to keep on trying so that people will learn from you. So if there is no failure, there is no feedback. Successful people look at the mistakes as outcomes and results not as the failure. This picture, you see, this is morning breakfast. And you can see, can anybody tell me what, after seeing this picture, what things you are going to get into the mind? You see a bird.
Ma'am, your screen is not really visible. If you can.
I guess it's just a second. Yeah. So this is the breakfast, burned breakfast actually, right? But if once the breakfast is burned, do we never try it again, making the sandwich again, or keeping the coffee properly on the table? Because that is our mistake. By our mistake, we have done it. or we won't eat it. We won't eat the whole day that day. Tell me, you will try something else, or you will try the same sandwich in a proper way. Maybe this sandwich must have burned because of high heatness, like a lot of heat. Maybe something like you might have toasted it for a long time. It got burned, and the coffee would have been on the table, and it got spilled down. The next time when you try it, either you will change the menu, you will change the breakfast, or you will give a less, you will toast it into a lesser time so that you can get the perfect breakfast. And keeping the coffee mug on the table, you keep it properly so it doesn't spill down. The humans have learned a lot through their mistakes, but we did not stop eating, right? Did we stop eating? नहीं, हम खाना थोड़ी छोड़ेंगे. अगर हमारा नाश्ता नहीं होगा तो हम कुछ और खा लेंगे, बट हम खाना थोड़ी छोड़ेंगे. We have to, because that has become the necessity, you know it. So your goals in your life should be the necessity. अगर वो आपकी इतनी necessity है, your desires, your goals are the necessity of your life, then definitely you are going to work for it. So whatever humans have learned had to be learned as a consequence only on trial and error experience. No, करेंगे तो गलती होगी तो ही एक्सपीरियंस मिलेगा. अगर आप ट्राई नहीं करेंगे और बोलेंगे कि गलती ही होगी, इसमें मुझे मिलेगा ही नहीं, आगे मेरे होना ही नहीं है, you will not get success in your life. You have to keep on trying the things. There are many people who are afraid to try because they are afraid they will fail, because they are not capable of achieving the things in their life. No, you shouldn't. Achieving the things, not achieving the things, at least it is better than not trying at all. If you try, then only you'll come to know that you're going to achieve it or not, guys, right? So I'm going to share some steps to overcome your fear of failure, because that fear of failure has to come out. You can allow yourself to care. When you care for yourself, then only you will understand where you're lacking. The reason why failures are hurtful is that you care. Negative feelings, remove the negative feelings from your mind, and repressing or avoiding those emotions and damaging you in the long run. Instead, acknowledge them, recognize them. And it's okay to feel bad. It's okay if you haven't done anything, if you're not succeeded in your life, if you failed something, it's okay. And it's okay if you cry. It doesn't matter whether if you're a boy or a girl. ऐसा नहीं है कि लड़की है तो रो सकती, लड़का है तो नहीं. It's okay, it's a human nature. Psychologically अगर रोना आ रहा है तो you can cry. It's not bad. आपको रोना आया तो आप नहीं रोएंगे. Doesn't matter. So focusing on your emotional response to failure will motivate you put in more to work for the next time. You have to emotionally be strong. So don't bend over backward trying to justify or rationalize the mistake. Never rationalize or justify your mistakes, guys. Allow yourself to heal, lick your wounds, and try it again. Whatever it is, कौन सी भी छोटी बड़ी कितनी भी गलती हो या कोई भी तरीके का फेलियर हो, you have to stop it. Embrace yourself, accept the emotions first towards the self compassion. This is a picture I want to share with you all. What would you attempt to do if you knew you could not fail? I would like to get answers for this in the comment box so I can read it afterwards. I would like you to first understand the question. What would you attempt to do if you knew you could not fail? आपको पता है कि आप नहीं फेल होने वाले हैं, तो आप अटेम्प्ट किस पे करेंगे? मज़ा ही नहीं है उसमें अटेम्प्ट करने पे, है ना? आप जब फेल होंगे, आपको डर है, आप फिर भी ट्राई करेंगे, आपको मज़ा आएगा वो काम करने में. Until you know it, you're not going to fail. So what attempt you are going to take it, right? You won't attempt to do anything because you know that you are not going to fail. You are going to get succeed. And after you get the success, what is the fun of getting that success? Isn't it? So my step one is take an action. Okay, bold, decisive action. Do something very scary. Scary doesn't mean you have to go out into the nights and wander here and there. So you have to be bold enough. You have to have some decisions which should be yours. Don't overcome this fear. You must act. And when you act boldly. Because fear of failure, it stops you. It stops moving you. So that's the step one, which you have to take in a very serious note. Step two, persistence. Persistence is very important, guys. Unsuccessful people will never try anything because they know that they have made up in their minds that that's not going to work out, and they give up. But successful people will always be try, and they will never give up. That's the example of the success. That's the difference. That's the difference between successful and I cannot relate here who the unsuccessful people are here. Because every person wants to get success in their life, but there are a few people who get so many reasons to stop themselves. Don't take failure personally. Failure is not a personality characteristic. It is not defining your character, guys. It is not at all defining your personal. It's not. Don't ever take failure as a personal. It is very good enough to go with. Although what you do may not give you the result you wanted. Definitely, I agree with this. It doesn't mean you're a failure because you made a mistake. Doesn't work out. You are not failure. You have to change the thing. Doesn't mean that you're a failure. Okay, mistakes will not show you that you're a failure. All right. So giving yourself enough time to heal allows you to take step back and reevaluate the situation with clear head. The pain can transform you, right? The pain can transform you. Having compassion for yourself means a lending hand towards yourself. For example, if suppose your friend is there, as you would do it to your friend. Suppose if you are going to the thrill, the friend is also going through the same situation over here. What would you do with him? You will pat him, you will console him, you will explain him the things, but you will never let him down. Do with yourself. You feel yourself as your friend and you motivate yourself. How you would treat them, you do it for yourself. Then you can understand what went sideways and learn from the situation. Assuming such a mindset work can help you realize that failure is sometimes a necessary evil. Sometimes uh, परेशानी मुश्किल नहीं होती है तो जब अजीब सा लगता है कि अरे भाई आज परेशानी नहीं हुई, आज अजीब सा लग रहा है. So it does not mean that obstacles will be there in the life. Without obstacles, without problems, without failure in the life, uh, there is no fun. No fun, right? We need to have all this. So that's that. Adopt this positive attitude. Adopt a good attitude. Accept that some matters and beyond your control. There are things which are beyond your control, especially those that are behind us. Try focusing on what lies ahead. Identify what's at the root of the failure. You find out the root of the failure, change it. Set a new goal. Start to work out and avoid walking into the same wall. Okay, if you have just you're unable to get into the sideline, change the wall, change your designations, change your goals, change your motives in the life. This is my step 4, where you do the things differently. There is an old saying, if you always do what you have always done, you will always get what you always got. So if the things are not working out properly for a thing, do something else. Try some other way to do it, isn't it? And don't be so harsh or hard on yourself. Failure is a judgment or evaluation of your behavior. Look at the failure as an event or happening, not as a person. Don't criticize the failure. Failure is the person, the stepping stone to your success. So treat failure as your friend, as your guide, as your mentor. Don't be so hard on yourself. Step 6, treat the experience as an opportunity to learn. Think of the failure as a learning experience. We keep on learning in our lives. Isolate the failure. Give ignition to the failure. Change the things. Every human experience is a complex interface of actions and outcomes, right? And framed by various circumstances. And failures are not an exception. Taking the specific, excuse me, give me 2 minutes, guys. Yeah, thank you so much. So you have to experience the opportunity to learn. That's not easy to say that you assume something and outside faces and as a sole culprit. Instead, reframe the failure as a minor setback. A minor setback, a small fraction of a much bigger picture, I can say. because a failure can be a part of your success, right? Accept that at a time you did the best your abilities, you did it, you will do it better in the next time also. Step 7, look for possible opportunities that result from the experience. Look for the opportunities and the benefit. Look for more things what is happening in your life. So although we all make mistakes, fear of failure doesn't have to cripple on you. To summarize, I'm done with this. Your step 1 is take action. Step 2, persistence. Step 3, don't take failure personally. Step 4, do things differently. Step 5, don't be so hard on yourself. Step 6, treat the experience as an opportunity to learn. Step 7, look for possible opportunities that result from the experience. And this is for you all. Be ready to fail, cause only then you are ready to succeed. Because unless you don't fail, you're not going to succeed in your life, right?
Well, that was a lovely session, Rizwana ma'am. And
Yeah, I
I
just
could recall,
a
yeah,
small bit thing of his there.
but I think it was amazing. We all know that it's not easy. It's easy, when it comes to failure. It's
Yeah.
as you said, it's not easy to recover from failure in life. Uh,
Hmm.
but as kids, we are told by our family members at school, we are told not to make mistakes,
Exactly, exactly,
to
exactly.
avoid failure, and we shall succeed in whatever we do.
No,
So, do
I
you
would like to
think?
say something over here, Prina,
Yeah.
because everyone that is around you is not there to harm you or even laugh
Mhm.
at you, and not everyone, like But at the same
True.
time, not everyone is your friend and wishes your success, right? So you have to choose your friends wisely and remember the buck stops you. You are the boss of your success or failure, as well as the wiser things would be
Absolutely.
to choose the latter, right? If you want
But
to
for a
avoid
child,
failure,
I think,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
If you
for a
want to
child,
avoid
it's
failure,
very, full of pressure, where we are
hmm,
told that failure and success are two different things, and you have to make sure that you never fail. It's actually full of, stress. It takes a heavy toll on people, and especially kids, if we talk. Do you really think we need to make some certain changes in our classrooms, in our education?
exactly, exactly. There has to be so many changes. We have been looking forward for those things. A subject should be included wherein the children are supposed to learn the things, the techniques, how to motivate yourself. It is already there in the schools, that shows how you develop yourself personally, personality development classes, wherein the child will be exposed to or exposed to those things where in the life he has going to face, so that he can from the that age group he should be prepared that what if something this is going to happen in his life, how he is going to tackle the situations. That is happening, and definitely we are looking forward that it also happens in most of the schools. And because then when a child grows, when a child is educated, the nation is educated, and when the nation grows, the people, everybody grows together. So we
True.
need to look forward all those things, right?
Yes, many people give us, this statement, and many times it is stated that failure is indeed the key to success. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's totally up to us how we take it, because there are times, there are moments when people are, their one wrong move can make them or break them. I think uh, that's when they have to be very careful and handle the situation
Exactly, exactly.
carefully, and not to just focus about. If we talk about students, we hear such kind of news
Hmm.
that the child couldn't clear so and so exam, and so committed suicide because
Yeah.
there was so much of pressure. So
Pressure.
I think this is where we need to make the difference and understand, and we need to focus on the knowledge, the learning, the journey.
Exactly.
And
They have
yeah,
to get noticed, like they have to say आप फेल हो गए कोई बात नहीं, it's not the end of the life. आप फेल
it's
होते
not
हैं,
end
you
of
can write
life.
it another way or you can go for another option. It's not the end of the life.
No many how many hurdles. Like just now,
It's
we actually the way your session got
yeah.
disconnected twice.
All right.
So no matter how many hurdles are there, just keep going. And
That's
I
good. That's
can recall one of very famous songs. लाइक रोके तुझको आंधियां ये जमीन और आसमां,
Yeah.
पाएगा जो लक्ष्य है तेरा, लक्ष्य तो
Lakshya.
हर हाल में पाना है.
Correct, right.
So with this note, with these lines, I would like to thank you. Thank you
Thank you.
so very much for joining us
Yeah,
after
I
so
would like to
many
thank you, the audience also.
questions.
Like, who are they? They have been waiting. I don't know. Friends, relatives,
Absolutely.
the other people. Yeah, failures are the stepping stones to success, definitely. Obviously, I think I'm thankful to everyone, Prerna, and special thanks to Sunita ma'am. I would definitely like who has set up a platform for everybody over here, wherein we can get in contact. I stay at Hyderabad, you are there, UP, and we have got a good connection now. So
Connection. That's the beauty of virtual
yeah,
learning and
definitely,
what COVID-19 has
definitely.
given us. So thank you so very
COVID
much.
19.
Thank you,
Thank you
ma'am,
so
for
much,
joining
ma'am.
us, and thank
Thank
you
you
to
so
all the
much.
viewers. And we'll
Thank
be
you so
back
much.
soon with such informative sessions again. Till then, take care, everybody.